Hey everybody, this is Way to Fail with another FTL Challenge Run. This one suggested by Soundhound, a Reddit user, who suggests a run that was originated by Pandatron76, a Twitch streamer, because it's the internet and we all have awesome names, because names like John, Dick, and Joe are all boring as hell. But this run is going to be what's known as a #1 run. It is a free ship choice run. The one difference is that any text option you have, you must select the first one every time. Whether it's giant alien spiders, whether it's whatever. Even if I know the terrible consequences of it, I still have to select the first option. That means no blue text, regardless of what happens here. Now I did, since this is a free ship, select, and I kind of want to avoid the rock ship that I've used a lot recently, the Zoltan Cruiser and the Crystal ships, because I've done so well with those over time. I did a random selection of the ships that were up here, and as much as I would groan if I had gotten the Federation Cruiser, because I hate the Federation Cruiser, I did happen to roll the Kestrel B, which is a ship I have not used in a while, and a ship that really the Kestrel I have not done super well with in the past. So we'll see how this goes. Like I said, it's a challenge run. Simple in theory, I imagine. In practice, going to be a lot more challenging here. So there's plenty of things that we can name this. Going number one. There we go, because we all have to pee from time to time. That's what #1 means for those of you kids at home that don't necessarily know. Now, this ship is nice because it has basic lasers and it can melt things in the opening sectors. So what you gotta hope to do is really just snowball into something ridiculous in terms of this. Now there's no other restrictions. I can use any weapons, I can use anything like that. But, I mean, there's other strategies here. I have to accept surrenders because it's the first option. I have to do certain things because it's the first option. I may jump into encounters that I don't necessarily want to jump into. But this is a good start, getting to play in the nebula. And you can see I'm not using the option that lets me hover over the text. Oh boy. I'm already getting boarded and we're like halfway into nowhere. So let's bunch up in the med bay, I guess. Go ahead and just open all the damn doors. And I know I could use my hotkeys for this, but whatever. We'll just drop the Zoltan in here too, so not exactly the start I was hoping for, but the start that I'm getting regardless, so. Gotta make sure I don't kill all my people. But we'll see where they go. Chances are they're gonna go straight for my engine, because this is a room that has air, so let me do a trick that I learned from watching someone else play, which is, oh boy, don't attack my weapons room. Actually, need it. When I say open the doors, I do mean open the pod bay doors, David. So we're just going to run this guy back and forth through only 2 borders, which is pretty convenient. Let's close all these doors. Hopefully not have people die. So not the start I was hoping for. I was hoping for maybe something with a little more scrap, but we do get some combat experience for our crew. No fun antics with choosing certain options just yet, as my mouse is still forgetting how to click. You'd think that's something that would have been resolved by now. So quick healing up. And let's see what the next nebula thing has in store. My gut tells me, well, okay, it didn't tell me an ion storm was coming. And here we go, middle of a plasma storm. I have to choose option 1, manually search the wreckage. And I get a healing burst. So that's good. I didn't lose any of my crew immediately, so that is a plus when that happens. Unfortunately, my ship is also losing air and has no engine power, so there we go. Fix that in a jiffy. Get some more scrap. Can't believe I just said a jiffy. But there we go. #1 option every time. Drone scout. Here we go. Finally something to blast out of the sky. If I can just get my shields up in time. There we go. Now this one has no shields. It's just gonna fire a missile right into my damn shield room. It's always something. Alright, now the unfortunate thing about that is that Graffin is terrible at repairing. And apparently I can't do anything right all of a sudden. But at least it's not gonna cloak, I think. There we go. Of course we are gonna have one miss. But the important thing is, as long as we can get the systems back online. Ideally, we're going to have more shield power here momentarily. So let's hear a little bit of scrap. Probably want to get the level 2 shields first in this ship. But it also depends on what weapons I get. A heal blast is pretty nice, but not too fancy. And once again, option 1 or option 2, I have to fight. Wow, that's a lot of breaches on my ship. Nice that I can see that now. Alright. Fortunately, there's no cloaking on this ship. Unfortunately, I don't think my basic lasers are going to fire in time, and the heavy laser and the pike beam are going to line up real well. Actually, they did fire in time. That is what we call good luck. So just one more set of laser fire, and there we go. None of those are critical rooms right now, so I'm not going to worry about it. And then broken ship, option 1, investigate the station, find nothing useful. What else is new? Now there's a distress beacon, and because we started the nebula, the rebel fleet isn't as close to us, so we're going to hit through the distress beacon. Unfortunately, this could be bad for my ship, but oh, it's just a trap instead. That's better than some of the alternatives here. We're going to try and blast down their weapon systems first. Their heavy laser is going to fire. I should be able to take out their missile launcher before too long. If not, Maxwell's going to be leveling up really fast. Oh shit, they got the missile off, and please miss, thank you. So now they can't really hurt me too badly. There we go. Not too much longer. Like I said, I could probably just go ahead and repair some of these rooms. There we go. So a quick little bit of repair, at least that one, so that if I have to run through things. That breach I don't mind, because I just try and filter air through there regardless. So let's see, we're almost at the point where... Okay, so I should probably go up here. Once again, I have no idea what's connected to what. I'm going to assume this might be connected, so I may want to go here and then see if I can play in the areas around it. That's a little bit of a calculated risk. How much do we need for more scrap? I kind of want to get through one store first, because I can hold off on upgrading just a little bit. So let's do that. We're just going to go up here, see if we can bump into something useful. If there's a good weapon to spend our scrap on, then that's what we're going to do. Option 1 is to continue. That's nice that they give me that option. If I had to, I have to choose option 1, and option 1 is to sit and wait. We're at issue. Now here we go as well. This is one that could make me potentially very sad later, and one reason I don't want to rely on missiles here. Because I have to choose option 1. I guess if it was grayed out, I wouldn't use it, but 5 missiles is not a terrible trade here. It looks like I'm not going so much with the missile strategy here, and now there's a store. I don't know if the store is connected to here, but I think 74 scrap is enough to maybe do something at the store, especially with the heal blast. So there we go. Crew teleporter right away, weapon pre-igniter, scrap recovery arm in sector 1's pretty good. I really think the crew teleporter is going to serve me best if I can get more crew. It's a great thing to get early. It makes runs a lot easier. The scrap recovery arm is fantastic to get at the start, but it doesn't really pay for itself until later. So this is kind of a tough call, because the crew teleporter wipes me out. But I don't really have the crew to support it yet, not with my multiple humans on there. So I'm going to go for the scrap recovery arm. Maybe not the conventional play, but I'm thinking the long game here right now. So there's another distress beacon. We're actually going to go up here because I don't want to... I may be able to get through all 4 of these and then to the exit. But just in case I can't, I'm going to go up here first. The distress beacon could be very good or very bad. So let's hear. I can't do option 1, and I'm not exactly sure what to do if I can't do option 1. So because of that, we are just going to say attack the slaver scum. I guess we're just going to treat it as if the top option's grayed out, you take the next option you can take. Now unfortunately this means with my scrap recovery arm, and I didn't upgrade my shields ever. Oh, so they're taking out my oxygen. That is not the choice I would have necessarily made there, but looks like they do have a level 1 ion. But now I have taken out their weaponry for the most part. I can let their ions attack just a little bit because now the ship is marked for death. Now I've taken a little bit of hull damage, and my next goal definitely is to get level 2 shields. And we get 3 fuel, which is great because I actually didn't pick up fuel time before here. So level 2 shields, have it now when I need it. I can just switch energy around, and there we go. So these guys are coming. I'm stuck at math. I don't want this to not be connected is the thing, and I'm pretty sure these two are going to be. So I'm not trying to cheese or wuss out on the distress beacon, I just don't want to get caught with my pants down. Once again, can't pay their toll, so we're going to take the next option that we can. Lots of Zoltan ships, I really hope that's not an Ion Blast too, although I bet that's exactly what it is. And this is what I was talking about with the crew transporter here. Now, what's interesting before is that the slave ship didn't offer surrender for me to take their people, which is what I was expecting. Maybe I killed them with the laser fire too quickly. But now they just have ion weapons, so I'm not even scared of what they have at this point. We're just going to kind of nuke them on fire. And there we go, they're trying to escape. I don't know if they're going to succeed. Maybe able to burn them down right here. There we go. So, 2 ion damage on the shield. Lots of useful scrap material, 31 in fact. And like I said, I think I put myself in a bad position with that. So we're just going to do this. I really want to upgrade my doors as well. Right now we'll just take the little bitty, itsy bitsy extra bits of scrap. And here we go, option 1, you must surrender your goods. And they're trying to run. Oh my god, I should have waited for my shields to come back online. This is so bad. Alright, well, we'll do this. Okay, so doors are out. Nobody's transporting on me though, so not a big deal. Oh, I guess I really need to take out their piloting. That's how you do that. As long as I just don't get pike beamed, that's really what I don't want at this point. And that pike beam is a 2 energy weapon, so it's going to be a little bit before they can actually get it back up. Doesn't look like they have a repair drone doing anything, so overall this is going quite nicely. Pilot can just come in and repair that hole. So let's hear 16 scrap, nothing else particularly new. Let's go ahead and upgrade the doors 1. And of course that means the repair is going to take just a wee bit longer now. I should have waited for that repair to happen. Technically I should have waited for the ion damage to wear off, but I'm terrible at this game. I've only played it for so long. Alright. So let Captain Will finish this. Good strong name, Will, and now we can jump. So yeah, I totally could have made that distress beacon and had 1 extra jump to spare. I still suck at gauging that. So let's hear anything new. Sell 3 drones for 12 scrap. Yay, now I have no drones. But I do have another energy, so we're going to do that to up this. We got to start looking for weapons too. Let's jump to the next sector. And because we have to choose option 1 every time, Uncharted Nebula. Oh, I forgot about the whole this is part of it. Okay, well, we're going to the Uncharted Nebula, which I probably would have chosen over the Zoltan anyway. And we're only connected to here. I hope we don't hit a bunch of ion storms, but that's probably what's going to happen here. And there won't be a fight. Open fire. Option 1. My hands are tied. I'm sorry. I want to be a peacemaker, and I'm not. Now I gotta watch my fuel situation though, because this could get critical before long. But we'll see what happens here. Maybe I can take out their cockpit as well. Well, maybe not. Their shields are down at least. Should be dead next volley here. Because these tiny lasers are really good early, especially if you have a weapon guy who's constantly leveling up. And we have another store, actually. And we're gonna go here first, see if there's another ship fight. I'd love to go to the store with more than 26 scrap. So we have to attack them as much as I may or may not want to. At least they're not sending a boarding drone after me. Because if there's a good weapon, I'd really like to be able to actually buy it. So missile. Okay, missile doesn't do too much harm there. I think they have a repair drone repairing their weapon systems. So we'll just see if we can take out everything. I guess if I had taken down their shields. And there we go. Accept their offer. You always have to accept their surrenders. Fortunately, they give me long-range scanners. That's actually a really good surrender. So fortune smiles upon me today. I'm not seeing too much around there, and I got some scrap. You know what? That's 40 scrap is not going to do me a ton of good, but I do need to buy fuel. So that's okay. So last thing I want to do is be stuck there. Drone control, not really what I need anyway. I am going to want to get Let's get some, might as well get some cursory hull repairs. I'm going to want to get a transporter eventually once I have the crew to support it. But for now, we're just going to be flying around the nebula and seeing how many jumps we can make. Sounds like a fun plan. So option 1 again, nothing there, it's just... We'll go up here, see if we can play in the better part of the nebula and then come back down. Which I still love how it's an uncharted nebula, yet the rebel fleet was prepared for it. So attack the pirate, I could totally suffocate this guy. And maybe that would be worthwhile, but we're just going to go ahead and fire, because they can't hurt me. And just fire again. Set them all. Oh wow, actually missed a lot. But now that they don't have piloting, they do get their ion weapon back up, but what can you do? Wow, this slug interceptor actually has a ton of health. So I wonder now if all my simultaneous fire is taking care of their surrenders. You're not escaping anywhere, that's for sure, buddy. So 2 missiles, some scrap. Pretty decent. And yeah, we're just going to go up top. So attack the ship. We have no choice. You move in your weapons to engage, and I got a slug! Sweet, I didn't even notice I got a slug. So I was like, hey, look, I can see what's going on the ship now. That's pleasant. So there we go. We have our security officer who is going to be in our transport room. I can't remember. I think transporting ends up here when I get it. Okay, so we are not going to be actually hurt by the ship's layout at all. But now boarding is going to be a viable strategy. And it's nice that my paint job is the exact same as theirs. So drone's down. If that drone reactivates inside my shields, it can hit and bypass my shields. That was how my last attempt at a perfect run got ruined. Have to accept their surrender as much as I don't want to. And that's where maybe a boarding strategy will be a good way to game that rule, because they tend not to attempt to surrender when they're being overtaken by mantis trying to kill them. And that's where I could have Andan try and come in. Tension is almost palpable. The tension's palpable, or it's not. It's not almost, I guess. Shields up. Time to fire on all of you. I think the scrap recovery army is going to pay for itself in a little while. It's going to take a few encounters here. Fortunately, I was able to take that out. 1 hit on the oxygen. Let's have the mantis repair that ever so slowly. And I do think the improved doors are going to improve that situation. Should be able to take this out next turn. I do really need to get a better weapon than just 4 basic lasers by the next sector or 2, though. So 20 scrap, that's 22 scrap. Every little bit counts. And we're going to go down here, I guess, next, and hope that we don't have to go to the Ion Storm. As my poor mantis is ever so slowly repairing the oxygen. More moral combat, and we're getting boarded! Boarded in the weapons room, actually. Alright, so we'll go ahead and take my Zoltan friend out of there. And we'll see who else needs to eventually evacuate. Okay, good. All their weapon systems are down. That's a good start. Looks like we're going to need to evac this room as well. They're not going to be taking out anything useful. And my oxygen is online. Okay, so they're not totally dead and gone, but they're close. Alright, so I think it's safe to have everybody go back in now. Ship down. Alright, so 1 fuel, 27 scrap. Have a mantis that's not really doing a ton. Why is my oxygen still low? Because my oxygen is not powered. That means I'm sending people to their deaths. Let's not send my crew to their deaths, please. I said not to their deaths. Ah, I'm doing so bad. Alright, so 83 scrap. No store in sight. I can cut up here and then back down. That's going to be dicey, because if that's not connected, I'm going to be in trouble. But we're going to do it anyway, because it's a challenge run, not a don't play it at all run. So here we go, back there. Systems are in order. Saving scrap, hoping that there's a store that I can poke through over here. Because usually there's two, and usually one of them is in the non-nebula area. Alright, so we do have a connection here. I should be able to make it to the exit, alright? Let's see what this ship has to say. Maybe it's a merchant that needs help and not somebody that needs... No, it's someone who wants to fight. Fortunately, though, I am going to get boarded again, and this time in the shield room, so that makes life a little easier for me. Why are you all doing this again? You all are supposed to go around the other way. Y'all are supposed to go to my med bay. And we're really going to do this now. Alright, well, we'll do it like this. And I guess since I voluntarily opened that door, I can just shut all these and have my shields back online in a moment. Okay, so they're still alive, barely. So you just put the Zoltan right back in there. We'll heal up later. Not quite what I expected to have happen there. They probably didn't expect me to just manipulate all the oxygen either. Suddenly this ship is becoming the king of dodging. But I guess as soon as these laser fire, the Zoltan can move. No surrender option again. I guess the Mantids don't like surrendering. 100 scrap. I would really, really, really love for there to be a store right now. No store. Okay. Please be connected. That'd be nice. Trade -2 fuel for 4 missiles. I don't want to do it, but I have no choice. And those are connected, thank goodness. Unfortunately, now I'm low on fuel. And we have to attack the automated ship here because once again we have no other option than the market for death. And that's just how it's going to go. At least I'm not going to be getting boarded by this guy. Weapons down. Sectors 1 and 2 are never really a problem with the Kestrel B. It's how you follow up in Sector 3 that really is going to determine the viability of your run. And right now it's really up in the air for me about what's going to be going on in the near distant future. Guess it doesn't have to be that far because the systems are all going to be destroyed. There we go. Pretty simple. Investigate the station and nothing useful once again. 128 scrap, no stores. Bet there's one after the exit, but now we're really in a critical fuel situation. I'd love to be able to... Well, there we go. I have to select the -10 one because it's the top option here. Whew. At least sometimes it'll let you repair if you have more damage than that, but yeah, I missed the other store. So we're going to do that. We're going to go to another Uncharted Nebula because it's the first option. Unfortunately, I have 3 fuel, and Uncharted Nebulas are not the best or worst place to have lack of fuel, but it does become a problem when you stop having encounters and the Rebel fleet just starts to encroach on you. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and... This place could have a store... This place could have a store. Neither of them have encounters. So it's going to be kind of a gamble for what happens here. And there we go. Attempt to follow them. Oh, this is going to end so badly. Okay, attempt to follow them. They come on board and abandon the wreck ship. We have a second slug. Now we can go for a boarding strategy with a slug mantis combo, which is fun. And we get 2 stores. Thank goodness. Okay. So our last bit of fuel is going to go here. We're going to buy fuel at both because, damn, that hurt. And burst laser 1. Oh my goodness, that is such good luck there. So crew transporter, burst laser 1. Do we have anything to sell? Long range scanners are good. I do need fuel. I would like a crew transporter. Burst laser 1 is a better option here because that is a weapon that will last me the rest of the game. Have to buy fuel. So I guess the transporter is going to wait, but that's okay for now. We're going to sell a basic laser. And let's see here. Do I really need the long-range scanners? They're not really... They tell me a little bit about what's going on, but I mean, it's not like I'm avoiding things or trying to avoid things right now. So I think actually getting the crew transporter here is going to be a better choice, because what that opens up is the ability to actually transport on there, and then I'll have a let's see here, I'll have another option to do this and one of these, and we're still firing 4 lasers. The goal is to get to 5 eventually, so we're going to try and jump here, see if there's a ship, which there's probably not, and then we'll hit the store. I mean, just hope for some random scrap event. Okay, so nothing at all. And now we don't know if there's ships, and unfortunately, because we're playing in the left side of the map, we could run into some issues here. So buying everything that we can. I'm not going to sell the scrap recovery arm. I could sell a basic laser, but that's not going to do me a ton of good for just one of those. So we're going to hope that we don't get caught, because I got 3 fuel to work with right now. We're just burning ahead as much as possible. Open fire on you guys. You're going to board me first, which is okay. Unfortunately, these lasers are probably all going to be firing at around the same time. Awesome. Thank you for going down there. Now, I do want to take out their burst laser if I can. There we go. Now, this ship does not have a med bay, so we can go ahead and possibly transport. My one worry is that there are Mantis crew more than likely, so I am going to fire on the weapons room one more time while they're repairing. And then we're going to go in. Whoa! There we go. So let's jump in now. Okay, so there's an NG. That's good news. Don't want to accidentally fire and destroy our ship. So who have we killed? And who are we going to kill? 1 Mantis. Surely I can take you on. If they're not going to destroy my doors first, and I think they're about to. Oh no. Come on, you all just stop breathing for me, please. Okay, they took out my doors. But I'm going to be okay because they're low on health, and the sad part about this is that, oh my god, did I just kill my slug? I can't tell. I can't tell who has health and who doesn't. I guess it's not Scoops. Let's get you out of here. There we go. Yeah, that was weird. And I get a prisoner to join my crew again, so there we go. Okay, prisoner who's going to join my crew. Your first assignment is to actually repair the damn doors. It's okay, we'll be sending in some assistance for you with that. So we have our pilot here. We still have oxygen, that's all well and good. We just need 1 trip on the doors. That was a little more interesting than I would have liked, but yeah, that's not terrible. I'll just send everybody back over in a moment. But yeah, so far run is shaping up really well. Fuel's an issue right now, but I don't think it's going to stay an issue. But now I just have to figure out what are we going to do with good Vivimorn here. I guess I'll just set him in the park him in the med bay for now, because everyone else is kind of doing their own thing. Because slugs are beasts. They will punch the crap out of you. But I was hoping for maybe some more scrap or maybe some more fuel for that encounter. I'll take the crewman. You can't sell crew. I guess you'd be selling them into slavery, and that's not what you want. I guess the other question is, in case there's lack of fuel issues, I probably should go east, because that puts me further away from the pursuing fleet. Because last thing I want is the fleet to catch up with me. So let's fight. That is a lot of missiles. So we're just going to do this again. Okay, I don't mind you all being in here this time. We'll just go ahead and walk you all straight to medbay. And I guess while they're doing that, I am just going to... Oh my god. Can't even get this right. Okay, basic laser. Oh, didn't take out the big missile launcher. Unfortunately, my shields got hit as well. This is not going so awesome, but... Okay, so we'll just try and make sure that the air continues to filter out of there. Looks like we do have one Mantis this time, so this could be a worse issue here. Here comes a big missile again, so hopefully it doesn't hit me in the med bay. It didn't, but that was 4 damage. That is a lot of heat to take. My oxygen is suddenly not keeping pace with what's going on in that room, but yeah, that's one Mantis dead and another shortly going. Wow, I'm gonna be missiled again, aren't I? Okay, so taking a little more damage than I'd really like here, but 22 scrap and another slug. I really need fuel, guys. Normally I'm like, yay, more crew to a point, but that point is past. Vivimon's just gonna be here. We have 2 slugs. This is so weird. It's rare enough to get 1 slug crew here, but 2 now. Something's going on, I guess. Okay, so we have this powered up. I guess let's see here. Nels is our shield guy, and Nels is gonna need a little more healing because he got beat up slightly, and now he's running through the place with no air because he's stupid. I guess we're just gonna keep this slug here just to keep an eye on what's going on in these side rooms. Yay, both of these areas have breaches now. I like that when that happens to the ship, because when they transport there, they'll just be like, crap, there's no air. Still though, 2 fuel, not good. May mean that if I don't get fuel here, I may need to jump for an exit unless there's another store. I want to engage, but I have to stay hidden. I don't think they saw me. Alright, so do I jump straight for the exit here? I think I'm going to jump to the right one. And that's only... Oh my god, a freaking Ion Storm too. And auto drone. So that's fantastic. I have very little power. Neither do they. I can't board, so that's not going to do me a ton of good. This is going to be an interesting fight. At least it's a beam drone. I've got to take out their weapons super fast, because that 1 ion and 1 ion shot and I could be totally screwed. There we go. I'll take the laser fire over that. Right now, gotta watch my oxygen. Very, very, very fast. Come on. There we go. Gotta let my weapons reload. I'm gonna take out the drone control next. If I can actually pay attention to what's going on here. The drone is still active. I want to take out their shields next. Gotta watch my oxygen, which continues to dwindle. There we go. Now I can just do this. Assuming things don't reactivate, but I can keep an eye on that. Seriously? Oh my god. Alright. To do this the new old-fashioned way, I guess. There we go, 1 shield down. That's all I needed. As long as the drone doesn't come back up, we're okay. There we go, ship down. Still stuck in the Ion Storm. Please give me fuel. 1 fuel, that's all I needed. Now 70 scrap would be nice as well. I'm gonna let my oxygen tick back up just in case something else happens here. And I don't know if I want to push this much more. This is where the long-range scanners could have potentially saved me from some harm, but you know what, we're just gonna head for the exit and say that so far it's been a successful run and I would like to keep it that way. Because stuff can kill you. Right now, lack of fuel is really a problem. Let's hear next sector, and we're stuck. Distress beacon on. Let's wait. Now I have to choose the first offer here. You need some fuel. Prepare to dock for help. Graciously accept their offer. They pull closer. Try not to run out of fuel again. These are dangerous times. Who knows what could have shown up. Sweet! 5 fuel. Just what I needed. And while we're here, there doesn't appear to be any other stores around. I'm going to get one more system power right now, and we're going to call that an episode. I think this is a good solid start to a run, a very strong foundation. I can go for getting more ship system power next. 50 whatever that's called. It'd probably be really good to have extra laser fire, or even to save it for a different weapon. But let's see what the next sector is just in store, because I'm not going to be playing around here any longer. It's going to be a civilian sector, so let's go ahead and jump there. This is a way to fail with a #1 run, a challenge run. I guess you have to go pee now or something. I don't know. But that's it for now. Just looking at the map, there is a store right away, so that is useful, but we'll see how much use we can make of it. But that's it for now. See you all next time.